hey guys, wanted to go over some EDC channels that I'm subscribed to and to go from there and just give you my 2 cents on some of these. Now, there are many that I'm subscribed to, but I would say these are the ones that gather my attention the most. In other words, I can't stop watching any of these guys. So we'll go with the first guy. So the first is MaxLevelEDC. This guy covers every freaking category. Anything you want to know in EDC, whether it's pocket knives, whether it's flashlights. I mean, this guy, I always joke around this, but this guy saves you money because he buys everything. He buys all the bad stuff, good stuff, average stuff, and then he just has all. So he's a walking catalog. And by you watching him review, like he buys, who buys all of these? This guy does. Who buys, you know what I mean? Like, but because he goes over, look at this. Who has this many freaking Victorinox stuff, man? Or who has this, like, this many freaking, like, you know, he just has everything from he's got all of them. This guy in a real life, he probably is a maximalist. He buys everything. And then, but by him buying it, you start to realize, oh, I don't need to buy that. I don't need to buy that. Oh, that looks pretty good. So he actually saves you a lot of money. Look at this. He has all these pens. He has all these multi-tools. He has like everything you want to know regarding EDC. This guy has a second person I'll talk about is Ben Vallack. Now, this guy is so 90% of what he posts isn't related to EDC, but when he talks about EDC, it's really freaking interesting. I love when he talks about it. And what I love about his approach is that he has kind of like an engineering, like smart mindset about how he approaches things. And also it's very like sleek, it's compact, it's small. It's just, I just love the way this guy thinks. Like if I go in here and I type in like EDC, he's just really, really smart. Like the way he's like a smart EDC guy. Like next person I will talk about is HVAC Budget. So he covers everything related to multi-tools, everything that's out there. And I just take a look and I'm like, whoa, that's pretty damn cool. I got to see what's out there. Next guy I want to talk about is Jon Gadget. I like this guy because he has an eye for aesthetics. He has an eye for design. Everything's pretty compact. There's nothing clunky with what he has. He, in many ways, like a lot of what I'm interested in is kind of like the same things he covers. Like he covers EDC, he covers travel, he covers travel kits. And it's just really interesting watching Jon Gadget. Like whenever he brings out a video, I gotta watch it. Next person we'll talk about is Marine X. He is really interesting to watch, but not in the most typical way that most EDC channels are. He's interesting to watch because he's really interesting to watch. Like he'll be smoking a cigar. He'll be talking cooking some coffee. He'll be talking about like, dude, you got to check out these deals. And they're real deals. They're not snazzy fake deals. They're real deals. And he always lets you know about deals. But one of the things I like about his channel is he's very real. He's like, you don't need to buy this shit. Like it's a trap. Don't buy this crap. Or he'll be like, you don't need this. Or he'll be like, the dumbest trend in everyday carry. You don't need to get this. Or like, things that I don't buy that saves me money. Like he has a very like he'll still buy it, but then he'll let you know like you shouldn't buy it. You know what I mean? Like so it lets you know that he has already experienced it. He's already tried it, and he's letting you know, don't waste your money on this crap. And I actually really appreciate that about his channel. But also, he is always up to date as well on different gear. Next channel I'll talk about is Packhacker. So Packhacker, they're more travel focused. I really love what they talk about, a lot of the gear that they have. Now, I do feel like a good 90% of what they cover, I feel like I don't really need it, but there's always something new and interesting that's in there. So I really like it from that aspect. Next channel, this is a brand new channel. I think a lot of people should know more about this guy, Surviving the Daily. This guy has only 2,500 subscribers, very new. Dude, this guy is 10 steps ahead of everybody. Like, I shit you not. He talks about things that a lot of people don't know about, and really should know about. And he's like 10 steps ahead. Like, this guy deserves more love. And he covers like a lot of ground regarding anything you want to know regarding EDC. He's like 10 steps ahead. I really like his channel. Okay, I'm going to give a honorable mention. Honorable mention is Maurice Moves. This is going to be a little fiddly because, you never should criticize, condemn, or complain. That's one of the rules of how to win friends and influence people, but here's me criticizing it. But anyway, let's talk about what I love about his channel. He has really great production value. The videos are really well made. He has really interesting content, and he usually covers topics that I find really interesting, which is like travel, everyday carry. I mean, it's right here, EDC, growth, and productivity. That's basically what his channel is all about. But I'm going to talk about 2 things I kind of don't like about his channel. And let me explain. Let me just type in 2 words. All I'm going to just type in is by far. That's all you got to type, right? By far. by far the most underrated travel accessory, by far the best stored, dude, these are catchy titles to get views, but like, I know the things he's talking about, and I find myself disagreeing. He'll be like, by far, this is the best store in all of Japan. No, it's not. It's not. Or he'll be like, by far, this is the best travel bag. No, it's not. Like, if you understand travel, like, this is actually not a good travel bag. But I think he's sponsored by the company. Or he'll be like, by far, this is like, let me give you an example. So in here, he'll talk about what is the best backpack. But the thing is, I'm going to trust this guy. I'm going to trust One Bag Travels on what he ranks as the best backpack, because this guy knows more about the topic because he's a specialist on this area. Or as an example, like Maurice Moves will say, EDC flashlights, the ultimate guide. But if I wanted to get like an ultimate guide on flashlights, I'm going to go to MaxLevelEDC. This guy has every damn flashlight on the freaking planet. You know what I mean? And he, what he tells you is good or bad, like this mofo knows. Or if Maurice Moves talks about a knife, like I'm not going to take this guy's word. I'm going to take Strasa 23's word on knives. In other words, what I notice about Maurice Moves is, and let me just go to drive this further. He goes, how to travel with just one bag and 0 sacrifices. This is a 5-pound backpack. There is the sacrifice right fucking there. You know what I mean? So like, even when it comes to travel, he's like, I feel like a lot of the topics he talks about, he makes them interesting, but when you actually break it down, there are people I feel who know more about the topic, is what I often feel like. And I called him out on it. I joked around. This got 17 upvotes. I said, I wouldn't use this backpack. It's a 5-pound backpack. It's expensive. It's really not that good. Or, so I feel like it's like, he makes really interesting videos, but there are two problems. One is like, I can't tell whether he's sponsored by the company, which is why he's very emphatic about something and saying, by far, this is the best, when it's not the best, or whether he really truly thinks it is the best. But in both cases, it's not a good reflection. But at the other hand, I kind of give him a pass because he makes really interesting content. So yeah, that's everything. That's all I got to say. And yeah, you guys have a great day. Okay, bye.